Today, we're looking at Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. Super Star Wars was released on the Super Nintendo by JVC in 1992. Join Luke, Han, and Chewbacca in a thrilling war against the Empire, piloting vehicles in high-speed first-person 3D sequences through Tatooine, Mos Eisley, and beyond. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us the channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, is Super Star Wars worth playing today? Here was our review of Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. You will be familiar with the game's plot if you've seen the original Star Wars movie. The description is identical to A New Hope. The Empire and Darth Vader are searching for the Death Star's stolen blueprints and are pursuing Princess Leia in the hopes that she will provide them with the Rebels' base location. Luke Skywalker and his allies must rescue the kidnapped princess. To stop things like a base or planet from being destroyed, Luke has to destroy the Death Star. Of course, the gameplay is fantastic. One positive aspect of the game is that it never slows down. The controls are really well executed and fluid. Since the lightsaber cannot prevent blaster bolts, I assume it was the only item in this category that might have been improved. Fortunately, the other Super Star Wars games improved with the lightsaber in the future series. Once you meet Han and Chewie at the beginning of the levels, you can select the characters you want. I really like that. It gives more replay value to the game. In comparison to the other two Star Wars games, this was the most easiest of the Super Star Wars games. However, this can still be a difficult game. Sometimes it was difficult to defeat the level bosses, especially while using the weaker blaster. I recommend playing as Luke or Chewbacca for gamers with less skills. After some time, Luke will be able to carry his lightsaber in addition to his blaster. Chewie has a lot of health but only one blaster. Try to beat the game as Han once you get to play as him, if you're ready for a little more challenge. Han has a blaster and normal health, that's all. He has no unique qualities. That makes the game real challenging. The graphics, which include some nice animations and brilliantly rendered characters and enemies, are definitely deserving of being in a game that is based on the renowned first Star Wars film. Additionally, the frame rate is rather constant. The only time it slows down is when there are too many enemies on the screen at once. The film's plot is also told by several well-drawn cutscenes, some of which are even mildly animated and have excellent visuals. Even though they are occasionally pixelated, the Mode 7 sequences are on par with most other games of the era, such as similar visual effects. They are just as good, if not even better, than those in F-Zero or Pilot Wings. The versions of the well-known Star Wars themes turned out to sound incredibly good for a Super Nintendo game coming from the Super Nintendo sound chip. There include almost all of the film's well-known and unforgettable songs, giving each level the right amount of music and fits. Of course, you can't help but notice that the audio quality isn't as good as real movies, but you can't expect that from a Super Nintendo. The sound is still amazing, even after all these years. While voice clips in games were uncommon in the past, they are now in the regular feature in the games. The blasters sound as they should. The lightsabers sound like lightsabers. The sand people sound good, and the banthas sound like banthas. Well, sort of. So, is Super Star Wars worth playing today? Super Star Wars is still a great game, whether you like Star Wars or you don't, but if you don't mind a difficult game experience. Thankfully, it is able to withstand the pressure of its well-known film, while still living up to the enormous history of Star Wars. In terms of visuals and gameplay variety, Super Star Wars still holds up fairly well. The gameplay is still a lot of fun, and it's nice that you can switch between characters at the beginning of the levels. That certainly adds a lot of replay value to the game. Overall, I still had a lot of fun playing this, and I would highly recommend this. Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. It's getting a 9 out of 10. What did you think about Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That would do for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.
Use the Force, Luke.